Hello, everyone. Welcome to the sixth episode.
Yep.
Well, sixth episode of Canadian Winos. I'm Scott.
Hi, I'm Kelly.
It's my lovely wife, Kelly, here with me. We were just talking about the fact this is our sixth. It's 5 months in, though. We had intentions of doing this every week, I think.
Good intentions.
And I think what we need to do as we start off today's show is tell everybody about what the heck we're doing, because we ran into somebody on a golf course and they're like, watch your episode but have no clue why you guys are doing these things. So
right.
Should we go back to the basics of what started this quickly?
Yeah, for sure. Well, the beginning of the pandemic, we were at home and wanting to go and do something, so we decided to support our local businesses, our local wineries in Niagara, and we decided to take a drive down to Niagara. And the first time we went down there, we started talking about, doing a show or trying the wines, and we should try all the wines and put it on the internet somehow. And I wanted to try all the wines, and then it just sort of evolved from there. And this is just something that we're doing for fun, that for no method to the madness. If you don't want to become an alcoholic, don't start a wine show, because right tonight I'm gonna have like 4 open bottles of Chardonnay in my house.
And whatever this thing
and whatever that, yeah, right. So when you have 4 open bottles of Chardonnay, you better be doing your show on a weekend. That's all I have to say.
Well, for a Thursday night. Anyway, we thought it'd be fun we needed something to do through COVID, without just staying inside the entire time. We were good. We wore masks. We took hand sanitizer, stayed 6 feet back from everybody.
Right.
Especially on the picnic at Vineland. We were like 60 feet away from
we were
everybody.
like 100 feet out in the vineyard.
So anyway, that's what Canadian Winos is. Great website if you need to go to CanadianWinos.ca to learn about where we've been, what we've done, hopefully where we're going. And I think this just turns into a monthly...
This is, when we get the urge and we go down to Niagara and pick up a bunch of wine and we decide we want to taste it for you guys and let you know about us. And
right, because it's all for them, not for...
This is pretty much so that I can try all the wines.
We know we need to get to Pkwy Island. We know we need to get to Prince Edward County or British Columbia. So
West. My friend out west, hi Holly. She's going to send us some wine, and if we don't get out there, because, COVID and planes and all that, and she's going to send us some wine, we're going to try it.
Sounds good. So we figure a few hundred wineries in Canada, episode every month. We're going to be 85 and we'll still be...
well, because Canadian Winos can go to, wine places in France and Italy and other places where they have wine.
We need a vaccine first, but yeah.
Right, yes, right.
Sure. So this is a great way to get by. We recommend everybody, if you're in Ontario, get to your local wine region. They need your support. With the restaurants closed, so many of them over the summer and fall months, wineries are just not selling the volume they did previous to a lot of the restaurants. We know of that because of some of the stories we've been told. So support your local wineries and definitely support your restaurants now that some of them are just starting to open up again here through the Toronto and Peel region. So a little bit of a story. Do you want to tell it from episode 5? We had to go back and solve something.
Well, I don't think it's a solve per se.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't shake that.
This was crystal clear.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's your eyes. So, he's old. So we went, in episode 5, we went to Stratus.
Right.
And when we got home, we did the episode, just before we were doing the episode, we looked at the wine, and it was, really murky. And so we decided that perhaps the bottle had gone off. So we decided we would pour it,
we watched Bottle Shock way too many times.
Right, and so we decided to pour it, but not drink it. Although I will say it smelled delicious. So Scott emailed...
Right, I have an email.
The people at Stratus and said, by the way, we're going to be bringing back this bottle of wine.
Right, so Adam from Stratus emailed me. They were quick. They were next day too.
I think it was that day.
So this is back Labor Day weekend. It was right after Labor Day weekend. Good afternoon, Scott, and thank you for visiting over the weekend. Rest assured, the wine is still good. Our Stratus Chardonnay is bottled unfined, unfiltered, and on the lees, the yeast and proteins post-fermentation. This does mean that the sediment is in the bottle and the wine is cloudy in the glass when poured, very much in the spirit of nothing added and nothing taken away. Over the course of a couple days, it does settle in the bottom of the bottle. However, JL, our winemaker here at the winery, does prefer it shaken and cloudy in a glass to get its purest expression. So that came from Adam. Reach out anytime. Further questions, happy to chat. So we're going to give it a little shake and not stir.
We went back.
Right.
And said, sorry, because by the time we got the email, we'd already dumped the bottle, which was terrible. But
we didn't, did we?
Well, we didn't drink it.
No,
so we got another bottle. And when we went back, she's like, "Oh, we sold out of that. We don't have any more." And we're like, "Oh, but we put it on the show." So they went and found one of, I don't know, 2 bottles in the building. Probably took it out of somebody's desk, and they sold it to us. So thank you very much.
So we need to note there's a few different Chardonnays at Stratus because there's one we drank on the patio.
What? That was really good.
Had something to do with like weather reports.
Yeah,
weather,
something. I would have called this stormy weather. It looks very stormy, cloudy.
All right, so go back and watch episode
5,
and you'll find out what other Chardonnays are there. So this is the Stratus Unfiltered Chardonnay 2018. It's $49. Did they say they were getting more? Did they sell out from that year?
You know what? They didn't say. Actually, they were kind of busy when we were there. There seemed to be a lot of people doing tastings, and because they were sold out and they had to go and find a bottle. So we were waiting around. They didn't really, there was nobody, they were busy. So I don't think they said anything about the fact they weren't getting any more, but I'm assuming they probably would.
Right.
Ooh,
and if not, I'm sure they'll have right, so you want to tell the story about these glasses? You're making me use these, which is fine.
I am making you use these.
Right.
So we have Canadian Winos glasses. Look at us. The girl that does our Canadian Winos masks, that would be Redesigns. The link at the bottom. In our package,
for me.
In our package this week, when we got our Canadian Winos masks, we had 2 nice wine glasses, so we thought we'd put them on the show. And thank you very much. If anybody would like some Canadian Winos wine glasses, let us know.
Right. So Stratus, beautiful place. Everybody's well dressed.
I'm so excited to try this wine.
Right.
Cheers.
So we got the whole cheers story from. I guess we should drink with the logo out. Sour.
Really?
Looks like lemonade. It tastes like lemonade.
No, it doesn't.
It's sour.
Stop it. It tastes like lemonade.
It looks like a lemonade. You know what? It's actually.
I think it needs to be colder. I like it.
Our fridge obviously is never turned up high enough.
I like really cold wine. I don't know. I like really cold Chardonnay. You know what? I like it. It smells really good. It smells like candy.
Anyway, $49. We got the story.
Don't be afraid of cloudy wines.
Right, unless
if it's not from Stratus, maybe give it some thought.
Yeah, have a look at the bottle first before you drink cloudy wine. Anyway, we had a beautiful. It was the Friday before Thanksgiving. We headed to Stratus first. We had no plans on where we were going.
Seems like it was like a beautiful day. It was a beautiful sunny.
We've always lucked out on weather going down nowhere. The day we had the picnic at Vineland, the day this whole thing started off. Roof's always been down. I don't know if the roof was down this time. It was Thanksgiving. It was a little chilly.
I think we had just put the hardtop on, and now.
Right.
So yeah, maybe the windows were down.
So what we did was we wanted to get over to Reif at some point over on River Road. So we zigzagged our way from Stratus over to, if you know the area well, it's kind of like being in the middle of Napa Valley, to tell you the truth. There's just vineyards left, right, and center. You land on one to another. But from Silverado Trail to the main road that runs with Behringer and all the other greats that are over the. I know you wouldn't remember driving around Napa, but you really feel like every time you turn your head, there's another vineyard in these neat little lanes, concessions. They all have cool name. Lane 1, Lane 2, Concession 4. That sort of maneuver their way from Niagara-On-The-Lake from the north to Niagara Falls in the south, with the escarpment and everything that's there. So we maneuvered our way, and we found the sign for PondView. But before we got to PondView, we got to Cellars.
Cellars, yes.
Right.
That would be
the clear.
This one?
Right. Okay. What do you want to do? We can do PondView or Caroline? Caroline or PondView?
Let's do Caroline first.
Okay.
Because that's where we went first.
So,
right.
Very much, they had a little restaurant up front to an extent. It looked like a little country square. I say country square because we know but like a country little barn, rustic.
I don't know that patio has always been there, but and there were people there, quite spaced out all the way along the edge of the building.
Right.
And there was a couple of people having like a little picnic on the grassy area out by the parking lot as well, so which looked really nice. It was a really nice day that day.
Pass me the bottle. Let me take a look at that for a second. So Cellars, great name, Caroline. We have a wonderful niece named Caroline.
Caroline.
what do we like the gift shop.
Yeah, the gift shop was funky. They had all these cool t-shirts with all these cool wine sayings on them. They were bedazzled shirts though, and I didn't think that it would be suitable for myself. But they were really cool.
Are you too old for bedazzling?
I don't know if I'm too old or too young, but whatever it was,
you weren't the
I
genre,
felt
right?
that they were really cool sayings, but I didn't feel that I would probably wear a bedazzled shirt. That was my...
Anyway, a lot of really cool
really
stuff
cool.
in there.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And I think we were on the wear a mask. Make sure you're always wearing a mask when you're in these vineyards. If you ever want to go to some of the more famous vineyards down there, especially Wayne Gretzky and different things, more recognized names, make reservations. We're learning is important. We've had a few places we've stopped into. Reif being one of them at this trip, where they said, "Do you guys have reservations?" No. Let's even get you in. And we got a great story about Reif coming up quickly. Caroline, this was our most expensive bottle, $13.75. So, and it's kind of clear. It's not as deep orange gold. This looks a
Chardonnay's
little
supposed
more,
to be deep orange and gold?
you know what? The greats that we've drank, the Kistler, we've Shadow Montelenas, this kind of stuff.
So
the stuff you love, the back 10, is more golden
Okay.
than and stuff out of.
I think I drank it fast enough I didn't notice what color it was.
Right, maybe that was true too. But anyway, so this is not as... So usually, I don't find Chardonnays, when they're darker and the rich color, more flavor to them. So you've had this already. What do you
I did try it, yeah, because I couldn't wait. You talk a lot.
There's a first.
Yeah, it's fruity. It's very fruity. For a $13 bottle of Chardonnay,
It's actually not that bad.
it's actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be not this
Because
good.
we've got our back 10 cellars. Strewn we love. There's an oak Chardonnay from there. I can't remember if it was the French or the American that we loved out of there. One of the two.
I think it was the American. You know what? I don't know.
I think it was the American. We've had some greats from there, so it's
And
not.
that
we know our level of what we. And then we
the
also know
organic
the
one. The
so
it has the well.
right.
That was really good too.
That was fantastic. And we're supposed to stop in and pick up another bottle of the other stuff. We haven't had a chance to. That's not bad. So Caroline Cellars making her way between Stratus on the main street from the highway, the QEW, down to Niagara-On-The-Lake. We zigzagged our way trying to get to Reif, and PondView was where we were.
It's not Reif. Just so you know, it's not Reif. It's Reif.
Right. We had to ask the guy, right? And he said, like.
I think I probably called it Reif, because you know that's what it looks like. But anyways, go on.
No, it's all good. So are you preferring the Stratus here?
Yeah, I'm to all the wines.
Right. So PondView.
I was giving it another shot, like the fifth shot.
Right. So out of Caroline Cellars with a $13.75 Chardonnay. It's actually better than what I thought it was going to be, because the lady that sold it to us didn't think she was going to meet our expectations. We said, we need your best Chardonnay. We have a show. We're trying to taste all the greats. And she goes, well, ours is $13.75.
And well, what she said was, we have two. One is oaked and one is not.
Right.
And we went, oh, well, which one do you like better? And she's like, I don't know if she said she hadn't tried them, or she said she liked them both, or she didn't really have a lot of opinion about it. So
it's all good.
It was good though.
Fun
nice
little
people.
place.
Very nice
wonderful people. Bedazzled people. So PondView was our next door, zigzagging our way. We ran across PondView.
That's where I got the slushy.
Right, that's right. But there was PondView did a night at the golf club. There was some sort
They
of relation.
did, yes. So I've always remembered PondView because I believe it's the owner of PondView, a nice gentleman. He came to the golf club 10 years ago, I don't know, 8 years ago, and did a whole tasting at the golf club, and it was fabulous. He was really great and a really nice person, and the wines were great as well. So I sort of always wanted to know where it was and what was going on there. So
we found it. Mm-hmm. And the most interesting sign that we've yet to see in front of any other vineyard was slushies inside.
Right.
Wine slushies available.
I don't know what you guys think, but I didn't think a wine slushie was really going to be all that good. They had strawberry daiquiri and lime margarita. So I went with lime margarita, and they make it with. Do they make it with Chardonnay? I don't know. They make it with.
I didn't see what wine.
It was a white wine, whatever it was. So I'm kind of, they give you the little sample, and so I'm tasting it, and I'm thinking, this is really good. I couldn't believe how good it was, considering it was a wine slushie. Like, you put vodka in slushies or rum or
do you
gin or
Right, because at 7-Eleven, that's what everybody... So it was actually like 2 7-Eleven slushy machines on the counter. So you can't get this to go. It's not like you can...
You could! Didn't you see there were girls? They were like... It was like a...
Right,
like
but it's a single serving.
Well, it's a single serving with a straw.
Right, but it's not like you can take it home and have it 5 days later with family over.
Well, no, that's not how slushies work.
I know, but you gotta...
You can't do that at 7-Eleven either. But at the same time, you probably shouldn't get in your car with a slushie with a straw, but regardless,
where else
it was
can you
really
buy a slushie
good.
with alcohol?
You know what? I'm going back because I only got a little sample and then we had to go and I was like, oh, I should get one to go for in the car.
So COVID era, I mean, we're all being careful, we're all wearing our masks. A bus landed on the vineyard while we were there. Like 60 people came rushing.
No, not 60.
I don't know. How many
like
people?
15.
I had a lot to drink, I guess. So a bunch of people
math
came.
guy over
so
here.
it's a small, it's a small gift shop area. So we were in there, and it was like we were bombarded with people that were running up to the counter to get samples. Anyway,
I think they'd been on a tour or something like that. There was not 60 people there. There was like 15 maybe. It's like the same.
Right. Apples and oranges. So PondView, grab whole
this
Chardonnay, the darker one.
Cheers.
2017. It's called the Bellaterra, which I like because Bellaterra they started.
This tastes like, or it smells like butternut squash.
Really?
You smell it.
I will in a second. So Bellaterra, I guess, is a vineyard area of PondView. Started in 1974, which we're kind of partial to things starting in 1974 because we did. So I thought that was kind of cool.
My birthday's coming.
Yeah, I know.
You smell it. Tell me that doesn't smell like
Yeah.
butternut squash or...
It smells like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. Maybe it'd be good with turkey.
Mm.
It's good though. It doesn't taste like butternut squash.
That is really good.
Oh, okay, I can tell.
No. So it tastes like butter, not butternut squash. It tastes like butterscotch.
It does
Some
now.
caramel.
Yeah, it does now. This would be really good at Thanksgiving.
A lot of flavors.
You know that? It would be maybe Christmas. You can go back and get some for Christmas because
This is really good.
I like it.
Some are refreshing. Like the one we just drank is refreshing. It great
It was
hot
more
summer day.
like citrusy. It was more like acidic or
Right. Somewhere in the house,
fresh.
I don't know if you've drank it on us or not, we have a bottle of Green Lane Surly Chardonnay that we were putting aside for wintertime. And this is exactly what this tastes like. Because it was more of a winter Chardonnay, we said. It was something you would have, cheese and crackers, Saturday afternoon by the
I'm
fire
trying to
reading
figure
a
out
book.
whether I drank it or not. I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
Anyway, that's exactly what this is.
But
So
then
this
again, you
reminds me a
probably
lot of...
hit it on me and didn't tell me that.
Right, good luck. Anyway, PondView, stop in if you're in
get a
Niagara-On-The-Lake,
slushie.
beautiful area, have a slushie. And Bellaterra is one of their divisions, I guess, because they had PondView Estates wines and they had Bellaterra wines. I really like this. This
I
is
do.
really good.
I really like this too.
So to the place that really made our day after figuring out the Stratus issue, which didn't become an issue, it became cloudy at that point. So see, I can be funny too. So we headed over to. We didn't even do any research on this. We headed over to Reif.
These all taste like so different, but they're all Chardonnays.
They're all Chardonnays, and they're all oak Chardonnays. Well, I don't know. Stratus, was it an oak Chardonnay? We're just going to call it the unfiltered or Chardonnay. So we headed over to Reif. Reif I like because Reif's always sold Serrato's ice wine for Donald's,
Right.
which has been, we got a signed bottle there one time, give it away as a gift. It's a neat little spot on River Road. River Road is probably the nicest drive in Niagara-On-The-Lake. River to your, well, if you're going north, it's to your right. Left-hand side, peaches, pies, always places to stop along the way. Lots of really neat places to stop and take a look at the gorge below. So Reif, we went in. We did not have reservations, but they said we're also selling charcuterie boards. And what else did we buy?
No, that was it. That was it was they
package
did a charcuterie board, which had like meats and cheeses in it, and it was wrapped in one of those beeswax wraps that you can get. So you got to keep your beeswax wrap, which I should have brought out here because I have a few, and now I have one more, which is totally awesome. And then it had a bag, which was almost like an insulated bag that held the wine. And then it had two little plastic wine glasses that you could keep, which are awesome for when you go camping or when you go to the cottage. Or right now during COVID, I have a fair amount of friends who, if they were going to a backyard something or other to visit socially or something like that, or on the driveway or wherever they were going, you could take your plastic cup and you didn't have to worry about dropping a glass
People
cup.
drink wine on the driveway?
It's COVID. Yes, they do. Sometimes, one of my friends, she posted she had a blanket and she had her hat on and everything. And
We're in the wrong neighborhood if people are drinking wine on driveways. Anyway, so we picked up. I do want the bottle because I want to figure out.
Oh, this is the cork. That's why I have the cork here.
Right. So explain the cork. Let me read the bottle.
So the cork has. I went to open it. Normally, you've got to peel the metal part off the top. But this one, it didn't have a metal top part. So the cork has this piece. It's actually like a piece of metal that's embedded in the cork. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. And it has a hole, so that you can. It's like a guide for your corkscrew. So you make sure that your corkscrew goes into the middle, because I'm notorious for making my corkscrew not go into the middle and having to ruin the cork as I try to pull it out. Anyways, it was really. Cool.
First world problems over here.
I'm amused by cool things like this.
So we had a great experience there. We sat outside, beautiful afternoon. There's some great areas around the side of the building to sit. There was the patio up front. We went up around the side of the building.
Patio at the back too. There seemed to be.
Reif is a must visit, I think, for anybody going to Niagara-On-The-Lake. There are the Chateau de Charmes and the Two Sisters and the big buildings, and that. This is more, I think, what we enjoy is something fun and exciting. Vineland, picnic in the vineyards.
The thing is, it's smaller. It's more intimate. You feel loved.
Right. They took good care of us there. So what is your favorite Chardonnay? And they told us about this kiln dried, 2015. It's a bit of a story in the back here. The grapes for the wine were dried, are kiln to allow for 20% concentration of the juices. Concentrated aromas and flavors of butterscotch and honeyed fruit. You're going to like that. Rich nuttiness on the palate. You haven't tried it yet?
No, you again talk a lot. Maybe we could try it and then talk.
So you were supposed to make a Cornish hen with this. Okay, that wasn't happening. Almond and apricot stuffing, smoked salmon, pasta, and aged Gouda.
This smells like gasoline.
Right.
Gasoline? Is it supposed to smell like gasoline?
We've had them before where they have, so it's totally good if it does. Anyway, it was the most expensive Chardonnay there. It was $69.95. 2015. It is full of golden color. Like that is
Smell it.
Yeah, so a little bit of a petrol smell to it, which is like smelling Riesling that we drink at Thanksgiving every year. We drink Riesling. Riesling's
we don't. He does. I don't.
I do. Riesling's got a real gasoline petrol smell to it. This is nice though. How's it taste? Don't let me down. It's supposed to be a great Chardonnay.
It's
great
good.
place.
It's good. It's very sweet. The ending is very sweet.
Okay, so that's complex. There's a ton of stuff in there.
There's a lot going on. But so when I took a sip, I smelled it.
Totally ends up. Grandma lifesavers back in the 1970s.
I like those lifesavers.
Every grandmother carried them in their pocket or purse. They had them there for 10 years and would give you one when you had a sore throat. That's what this tastes like. Grandma Jackie, St. Catharines, 1970s. Do you have a sore throat? I got a butterscotch lifesaver. We'll solve it right here. That's what that tastes like.
Yes, that would be It's nice, but don't sniff it while you drink it.
Anyway, even works at
it's good though.
It's good. It's not a. It's really complex. I couldn't drink that all afternoon. A ton of. Well, you know what I'm saying. One bottle, and I think you feel full. Like that's a lot of.
Right. That would be a
2 or 3 bottles could go down of back 10 Cellars with the right charcuterie
Apparently,
boards.
we're 2 or 3 bottle people.
Well,
we know our people.
Right. No, but on a patio, deck of cards, a couple hours to kill by a lake, some cheeses and meats to eat. You could kill 2, but you can't.
Sounds like you've done that before.
We have done. We did that all summer, and everybody else did. Wine sales up worldwide 37% through COVID.
Right.
Right. So that's great, but I couldn't drink more than, like, we could cork that, and that's still going to be around after the New Year. I don't know.
It's going to be the New Year.
But we're not rushing.
But we should talk about this.
Right. Well, you talk about that. You found that.
So, as we're going to cash out, because we're buying our bottle of Chardonnay, I happened to notice a big, huge display of this stuff. It's called Vinia. Anyways.
We'll be corrected by any Italians for sure.
You just tell me how it's supposed to be.
At least I didn't make up any words this episode. I'm just happy. I gauge myself on whether I make any words up. Anyway, go for it.
So, I wanted to know like what it was, and I wanted to know what it tasted like. So the gentleman that was behind the bar doing the tastings for like the people coming in doing the wine tastings.
Those are reservations.
He told me that he would give me a little sample, a little sip. And so he poured me I think it was like a shot or a shot glass of, or maybe not. Maybe it was just a little bit though. But then we had to go, so I kind of knocked it back. I was like, oh, this is so good. So it is alcohol. It's a spirit. It's not wine. It's a spirit, and it's made from.
Right, it is a spirit. It's more like a liqueur, like an after dinner.
Right. You don't.
I don't want to call it a Bativa, but it's a.
Right. So it's kind of like Tennessee honey or any of the other spirits out there, but they make it out of grapes.
Right.
So it's a
grape liqueur is what we're going to call it.
It's a grape liqueur. Okay, sure. They make it out of grapes, and it tastes kind of like Welch's grape juice with like a solid kick to it, and it's actually really good.
This is something else you can drink a bottle of. I mean, you'd be on the floor if you tried to drink the bottle, but so what?
I was trying. This is bottle number 2.
So it's 20% alcohol. Yeah, it's over the course of a month and a half. So it's 20% alcohol. It's made by Reif as well, which is fantastic. Something else.
Yeah, and so we got these cool glasses that went with it. Cheers.
Yeah. Now, can you get in the liquor store?
No. Not yet. Maybe soon, but not yet. I like it. It's so good. It tastes like
it's refreshing
jelly or something like that. It's really. It's not very it's not super.
So what's great about it is there's somewhere on the bottle here, but it turns into a cocktail because there's a bunch of things you can mix it with. Where they say mix it with wine or mix it with. Somebody there said something about mixing with cranberry juice or something.
Right, you could put it with stuff.
So viniaspirit.ca is the website, and we were told to go there for. There's a Vinea Cosmopolitan. There's all kinds of different.
Yeah, there's all different ones you can make with it.
So another link I got to put on the video when I edit this thing. But go for it, and it was $25 a bottle, which is actually quite reasonable for. I think it's It's not $7.50, is it?
Anyways, the gentleman who poured me my little sample, he was not supposed to. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So that was our fun Friday before Thanksgiving down in Niagara-On-The-Lake. Another beautiful sunny day. We should have been going tomorrow. We can't go tomorrow. It's another beautiful Friday.
It's a work day.
It's a work day.
We work a lot. We're busy. This is our desk. This is actually our work area, but
minus the alcohol.
We've some days.
Right.
We've converted to the studio.
Right. So
we have a new studio setting.
Right.
He's not happy, but
it's all good. Stratus, we know, was supposed to be cloudy. Still tastes great.
It's still cloudy.
We're happy with
still
it.
Tastes
It looks like lemonade, but actually tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Caroline Cellars for $13.75. I'm actually pretty impressed.
Yeah, to be honest, I am too.
It's refreshing. It's cold. It's
actually really
not
good.
Bad. And you could drink 2 or 3 bottles of it. Unlike Reif, which is good, but it's like one butterscotch candy. You can't really have 2 or 3 afterwards. It would be too much. But it's good. I'm really impressed with what we got out of PondView. I think that was sort of our diamond in the rough that day. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
It's good. And if we don't like any of the wines, we now have grape liqueur. So
you know what that stuff's really good for? So when we decide to kill a bottle over the course of dinner, an evening, or whatever, and I tend to, once I start, it's just like a runaway train. So we don't want to open bottle number 2.
They're going to be sending like leaflets to go for AA. You realize that, right? She's
don't
not as bad as she's
don't start a wine show. So we don't want to open bottle number 2. So this is really good to still get that wine taste, still get the buzz going on.
Wow, you really have
still,
issues.
Listen.
You like this as well?
Yes. Don't smell it while you drink it.
Famous last words from Kelly. Anyway, we had another great day down there. So, things to think about. If you are visiting wineries during COVID era times, wear a mask, make reservations if you can.
I think they all ask for our phone number. You have
Yeah,
to give
so
your
we'll be
information, your
giving
name
up.
and phone number, every place we went.
Right, which is understandable. But everything now seems to be open down there. We were going there in June when they were still
The whole
a little,
province was in phase 2.
right, but they were a little leery about us showing up, coming into their properties. They were selling us bottles sometimes out the door without even coming out the door.
Right.
Now it seems to have been opened up a little bit. Whether or not they've opened up restaurants attached to the winery, some of them we were at Beansville area, they had closed for the season.
Right.
But go down there and support great wineries.
Especially, well, I don't know when you're gonna get the video up, but this weekend coming, it's the second weekend in November, and it's supposed to be 20 degrees outside. So I'm assuming that all the patios down there will still be open, and which is nice for them that they can still be open on the patio.
Exactly. Good. And don't forget, if you're down there, take pictures and post them. Hashtag Canadian Winos, give us some exposure. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. No?
How old are you?
What else are we on? And the website, CanadianWinos.ca. And always send us an email if you have any questions or thoughts or suggestions on wineries for us to visit. What is our email address?
Cheers at CanadianWinos.com.
No, .ca. Cheers at CanadianWinos.ca. We built the website on Canadian.ca.
I just got the website up. It's .com.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, go to the website. You'll find emails just there.
Well, we're going to post that right below. We'll let you
Right.
know.
We don't email it, which we know each other's phone numbers. But if you don't call yourself or email, it's
Well, you
hard to know
know,
what you...
I think that so in our other world, in our real lives, we do deal with websites and social media, and I think I see enough websites that it all sort of gets muddled in my brain. I think that.
Right.
Well, this is such a hard choice. Normally, I'm like, okay, I like this one the best, and I just start
Because she
drinking it.
takes
but
off into the backyard with whatever she likes best, usually. And
It's dark at like 5 o'clock now. I can't do that.
Anyway, we had another great day in Niagara. Hopefully you're following along, watching our episodes. Hopefully you find them amusing. And if not, 50 years from now, they'll still be on YouTube. You can watch them there. Anyway, anything else to add?
No, that's
No.
about it.
We will. We promise we're going to get down there this month at some point. Maybe we need to... There are some wineries around Jordan I want to get us to. We almost went there last time we went into Vineland. There's some around Jordan area.
You just give me directions and I'll drive.
I know, we'll go to
And then I get to the first place, and then we switch.
Lake House for lunch. If you're ever in the Jordan area, right by Vineland, you got to go to the Lake House for lunch. The patio's probably closed now, but a great place over there. Anyway, I'm trying to end this. You're still trying to drink. Everybody, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Anything else?
No.
No. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great day.